Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Fatin Nur Hasiba binti Naraflan, 24B0509, from Faculty of Halal Science and Sustainable Tourism, taking Bachelor of Halal Science. Today, I'm presenting um, from a course from FT3408 Internet Ethics, title Halal Cybersecurity, Digital Self-Defense and Ethical Awareness in the Age of AI. So let's start with the basics. So what is basically the cybersecurity? So simply put, it's the practice of protecting systems, networks, and data from digital attacks. uh, the core goals are to ensure the confidentiality, integrity, and availability of information. But from an Islamic lens, this isn't just a technical issue. Protecting our financial data is a form of hibzul mal, the protection of wealth. Safeguarding our private messages, photos, and reputation is a modern embodiment of hibzul ird, which means the protection of honor. So, from the very beginning, we see that cybersecurity is deeply connected to Islamic values. Our digital lives are no longer separate from our real lives. Our social media, banking, and communication are essential. The consequences of negligence are very real, like the financial loss, identity theft, and public humiliation. This connects directly to a well-known hadith from Sahih al-Bukhari, where the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said, "A Muslim is the one from whose tongue and hand the Muslims are safe." In the 21st century, this safety must extend to our digital hands and tongues. It means ensuring our online actions and the security of our actions. Wait, and the security of our accounts. So do not cause harm to others or ourselves. The rise of AI and new threats. Now, the threat landscape of is evolving rapidly with artificial intelligence. We face AI-powered threats like hyper-realistic phishing emails that are perfectly written, deepfakes that can create fake videos for blackmail, and automated hacking tools that find vulnerabilities at an incredible speed. The challenge is that the attack surface is now larger and more sophisticated than ever before. So the objectives of this presentation is by the end you should understand the modern cyber threat landscape, learn practical self-defense steps that you can use as a student, analyze the ethical dimension this raises, especially with AI, and most importantly, to frame cybersecurity not as a core but as an Islamic obligation, or what is known as a fardu kifaya, a collective duty on our community. Phishing and social engineering. So let's dive into common threats. First, phishing and social engineering. This isn't a technical hack, it's physiological manipulation. So it's that email that says your account has been compromised. Click here to reset now. From an Islamic perspective, this is clear violation of the prohibition of deception or gasha. I'm sorry if it's correct. Is it gasha? It directly relates the Quranic verse in Surah Al-Baqarah, and do not consume one another's property in unjustified. Digital theft through deception included in this prohibition. Malware and ransomware. Next, we have malware and ransomware. Malware is malicious software like viruses, while Ransomware locks your files and demands payments to unlock them. This is a direct violation of Islamic property rights. A hadith in Sunan Ibn Majah states very clearly, it is not permissible to take the wealth of a Muslim without his sincere consent. Paying the ransom is also problematic as it funds further criminal activity. Protecting ourselves from this is a religious necessity. Insider threats and human error. Often the biggest vulnerability isn't a piece of code, but the human factor. This could be a malicious insider or more commonly simple human error like using weak passwords or losing a device. This is fundamentally a breach of amanah or trust. The Quran beautifully illustrates the weight of this trust in Surah Al-Ahzab. Indeed, we offer the trust to the heavens and the earth, but man undertook it. We must uphold this sacred trust in our digital world by being vigilant and responsible. Now, let's look at AI and cybersecurity, a double edged sword. For defense, AI can analyze network traffic in real time to flag anomalies and automatically patch vulnerabilities. But for attack, it can power mass surveillance and create convincing deepfakes for blackmail and misinformation. The Islamic view on AI surveillance. This use of AI for mass surveillance demands an ethical response. The core Islamic principle here is the prohibition of spying or tajassus. The Quran commands us in Surah Al-Hujurat, O you who have believed, do not spy. Therefore, using AI for mass indiscriminate surveillance on a population even under the guise of security fundamentally violates this core Islamic ethical principle. We must advocate for security that respects privacy. Let's synthesize this into clear Islamic perspective. First, amanah or trust. We are all trustees over our personal data, our devices, and the private informations others share with us. So therefore, securing these things is a religious duty, not just a technical best practice. Second, and most powerful is taqwa, or God consciousness. This is the ultimate internal firewall. Knowing that Allah is aware of every click, download, and share prevents us from accessing harmful content, sharing misinformations, or engaging in cyberbullying and gossip or gibah. So, protection of life and dignity, Maqasid al-Sharia. Finally, we can view cybersecurity through the lens of Maqasid al-Sharia, the higher objectives of Islamic law. It directly upholds these divine goals. Through it protects wealth, honor, and life, and also it protects the intellect. So, so the practical steps secure passwords and data. So what can you as a student actually do? First, secure passwords and data protection. Use a password manager like enable two-factor authentication or 2FA. This is a practical applications of the famous hadith like tie your camel. We must take the practical means, the asbab, and put our trust in Allah. Another one is the safe browsing and an awareness. By the second is the develop safe browsing habits, like think before you click, hover over links to see the real URL, and verify sources. If it seems too good to be true, it probably is. And please update your software. So this embodies the wisdom of another hadith. A believer is not stung from the same hole twice. Sahih al Bukhari. We must learn from the mistake of others and stay aware of common scams. So, what is the conclusion? So, in conclusion, to bring it all together here for the our key lessons. Cybersecurity is a modern fardu kifaya, a collective duty. The principle of amana and taqwa are our essential guides. Practical steps are a direct manifestation of our faith. And lastly, and we must be advocates for ethical AI that respects human privacy and dignity. My final thought is let us strive to be a generation that is not just tech savvy but also faith conscious. Let us build a safer, more ethical online world, fulfilling our trust in both the physical and digital realms. Thank you.